Okay. Hello there, Vape fam. It's me again, John Williamson. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about battery safety and amongst other things. Okay. So, today I'm going to cover 3 topics. Single battery mods, dual battery mods, and they're 2 different variations. Series and parallel. Okay. If you have a tube mod, 4.2 is almost always your voltage when the battery is fully charged. And unless you have a kick, that voltage will not be changed. So, let's say your highest voltage is 4.2. Because that's the fullest it will be charged at. So, your voltage is going to go down slowly as you vape, which is normal. When your voltage goes down, it decreases the chance for, issues. So, if you have a fully charged battery, right? And let's say you have a 35 amp battery. Let's say EFEST, if EFEST is truly correct with their amps, it'd be 35 amps. You could build down to 0.12 safely, if that's correct. Now, as this goes down, of course, these values are going to change. You're going to get less and less with each vape. So, it'll be safer still. Because the more your voltage goes down, the more your, I think, hold up, 4.2. Okay, see how it says, oops, come on, I know. You see how it says 0.114? That was on a lower battery. So let's calculate it. You can go lower ohms, like it's either way, it's less potential for damage. Okay. No, you can't play around with there's really not much leeway with your ohms on a single battery vape. Now, let's talk about the most common dual battery. Sorry if I'm not making much sense right now. It's kind of late. But, okay. So, a parallel dual 18650 mod. That would consist of still 4.2 volts. Let's say you kept the 35 amps, right? Well, 35 amps times 2, since you have 2 batteries, your amp limit gets doubled. Because it's supposed to split the work between the batteries in half. So 35 times 2, 70. So now, let's say you have a 70 amp limit, supposedly. It's not completely safe to push 70, because we don't know that it's actually splitting the workload evenly. Okay. Of course, you're going to be able to build much lower with 70 amps. Now, this is just all ideas here, okay, guys? I'm just letting you know it's safer to build... What? Bull. It's safer to build lower. It's safer to build lower the more batteries you have, because it splits the amp limit. It splits the workload up, which means you have more of an amp limit. So let's say you have 3, it'll go lower and lower and lower. Of course, it gets to the point where you're not going to be able to vape it. You keep going too low with your builds. I think that much watts would be substantial. It would be kind of hard to puff on. If you have just like a standard RDA. Okay. Now, series. It's a whole different bag of bullshit and a lot more dangerous. So in series, it's basically like you're stacking the batteries. Now what this does is it increases the voltage, but your amp limit stays the same. So, voltage, 4.2, that would be 8.4. And let's say you have, well, you can't have, it would still be 35, right? Now, I did a little bit of work on this and looked around, and honestly, you're going to get the same amount of wattage pretty much running it in parallel than you are as series. So series, you would use less wire, but you would still get the same output. But it makes more sense to go parallel because it's a lot safer. You're not drawing from one battery too much. Remember, it's like having a stacked battery. And with a stacked battery, you always got to worry about you're always going to have to worry about things like one battery draining quicker than the other. And with the parallel, you won't. Parallel will keep your batteries from one completely depleting and still pulling out the other battery. Now, at first look, it might look like series might be a better option, but it's not. Just so you know, I mean, if you use a Ohm's law calculator, it is really helpful. I recommend anybody who vapes getting one of these, because you will be able to calculate so much. I mean, especially if you're thinking about getting into cloud chasing, this is stuff you need to know to do this. Say your standard 20 amp battery, you'll be able to put 84 watts in that sucker with one battery. Double that, 40. Let's say if I have them in two batteries in parallel, that is substantial. Okay, so just know, just be very safe when vaping. That's all I really had to say here. And know that you need to calculate your amp limits, preferably with the continuous amps, not the short bursts. Well, I think that was about it, YouTube. This has been Cloud Maverick, aka Big Sexy. By the way, my Instagram name is still. It is now back to Cloud Maverick, so you can check me out by that again. Well, goodbye, YouTube.